are exclusively sitting down with several former Air Force Academy instructors, administration, and vets themselves. Thanks for watching News 5 at 9. I'm Brett Forrest. All of them speaking out against reported proposed cuts and reduction to civilian instructors at the Air Force Academy, worried about the future of the institution.
If the Air Force Academy is going to continue to be considered an elite university, which it has been for decades, those are not the kind of changes you want to make.
Nearly a month after reports leaked, the Air Force Academy is considering cutting at least 100 civilian instructors before the fall term begins, out of a total faculty of about 500. Several former Air Force officials and instructors now speaking out. These internal discussions have been confirmed by both KOAA and our news partners at the Gazette.
I found trying to cover these stories, especially at the Air Force Academy, many people don't want to speak out or speak up. Why are you choosing to speak up now?
Because of my background at the Academy and my number of years, perhaps a few thoughts I have might be useful to people in understanding the danger of what's going on now.
Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Don't rush into this because you will break things, and some of those things you may not be able to fix.
I'm worried about the cadets, both the current cadets and future cadets. I'm worried about the Academy's ability to continue serving the country at the level it has been.
The proposed civilian cuts could affect everything from the majors being offered to the Academy's accreditation, though the Academy superintendent has pushed back on that.
Less than 1% of the Air Force has PhDs. And for a university or a college like the Air Force Academy to be properly accredited, you need a majority PhD faculty.
If they cut civilian PhDs, then that will greatly upset the ability to mentor those young military faculty members who only have a master's degree.
Though the proposals are from Academy Superintendent Tony Bauernfeind, those higher up the chain of command hinting at it previously.
And we need more uniformed members going back into West Point, the Air Force Academy, the Naval Academy.
That's Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth during his January confirmation hearing.
Instead of just more civilian professors that came from the same left-wing woke universities that they left.
In recent months, Hegseth also citing the need for American forces to focus on lethality with a, quote, warrior ethos.
Mr. President, thank you for restoring the warrior ethos.
A line of thinking being civilian instructors could hinder that.
Point to me where Air Force Academy graduates in the field over the last 20 or 30 years have failed us. I want specific examples that if they had just been more focused on lethality, that they would have, in fact, done a better job. By the way, we'll never get an answer to that because there is no evidence to that. There is zero evidence.
All of this also tied to Trump administration efforts with Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency to reduce the size and spending of the federal government.
It's actually the opposite. Civilians, you pay once to move there, and then they'll often stay there for a number of years. Whereas if you're bringing a young captain with a master's degree, they'll PCS, that is permanent change of station, transfer in. They'll be there 3 to 4 years and move on to somewhere else, and you bring someone else in.
Now, it is worth noting service members who retire and then teach at the Academy are considered civilian instructors. And some sources familiar with discussions saying more than half of the civilian faculty, 30% of overall civilian staff, could be cut. That could include the deferred resignations and early retirement already accepted, though no final decisions have been made. The Academy did send me a statement for this report saying it is, quote, conducting prudent planning on how to best execute our mission. In the message, the Air Force also delivers this statement: we remain committed to delivering the world-class military training, academics, and athletics expected of a military service academy while sustaining and protecting our people, facilities, and installation.